Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's Sprank, but it's okay. Usually people forget letters, so I'm used to it. Um, my in-laws, they have some beautiful property in northwestern Montana in Flathead County. This was a beautiful picture. I wake up every in the winter morning, and this is showing Flathead County Lake. It's one of the longest lakes that's freshwater on that side of the Rockies. I just liked the colors. This was like 2 minutes later, so that's how the sun just changes your perspective, just like that. Um, and that's what I like about Montana. It's not so much talking about it, it's more of just taking it in. And when I go out there, I just take in the lovely space. This is the same view, about 2 hours later, looking down at the lake. So I just kind of wanted to, just the perspective of how the sun changes out there is just gorgeous. And this lake is also a great place for us to go kayaking, which that's in the summer, but I can't do that right now. This was us going up to, I believe, we've gone out there for nearly 10 years, winter and summer. And I think this is when we were going up to go to the ski range. And the thing is, I don't take pictures while I'm skiing because my hands are got things in them. So, yeah, I just like the perspective, the trees, the nature, a lot of things that we don't have in our neighborhood, in our county and city and state. So that's why I took these pictures. I kind of wanted to show folks a different side of Montana, because when a lot of folks go there, they think of Yellowstone, they think of Glacier. This picture is kind of a little blurry because the way we travel out there is via Amtrak. We like to take the train. It's kind of a slow go way, but it's how I like to go. You can also take a dead mule on there for luggage. They don't care. They frankly don't care. And that's why we love it. This was a little backwards, but it's all right. Another picture taken when we were on the train. We were crossing a river, and I just thought, hey, snap. And it just came out amazingly nice. I was expecting it to be a little blurry, but it did not. But this is the beauty of Montana. It's just gorgeous. I took this picture as a reminder to remind myself of COVID and how crazy it was, and how we don't have to wear masks anymore. We don't have to do this. But it's an important reminder so I don't forget for the future, knock on wood, that there isn't another pandemic, but it's good to remember. This is on a path that used to be a train tracks that they turned into this gorgeous walking path. This is a river, I can't remember the exact name, by Big Fork. I think it might be the Big Fork River. And, yeah, right? Original out there. But one time we saw these guys doing a lovely whitewater rafting trip. This is the lanterns hanging inside of the mini glacier, the Lake McDonald Lodge. It's this 3-story lodge. You walk into the lodge, and it's just all these beautiful paper lanterns. I don't know if they were done by the natives, by the Blackfeet. I'm not sure. This was a picture standing looking at part of Lake McDonald. It just goes on and on and on, and it's gorgeous. That was kind of a chillier day, and so there was a bit of a breeze, and that's why you see a little bit of waves in the water. This was also and then this is literally the river that feeds one of the streams and rivers that feeds into Lake McDonald's. And basically the lodge is to the left, and I just wanted to show hey, I just like this pretty picture. It's a great screensaver picture, as I like to send to people. And let's see, what else was it? This is a day, we were wandering around we've gone out there so many times, we go on these lovely little off the beaten path roads, and we just decided to go on an off the beaten path, and this is literally what we found. And I just thought, there's nature, trees falling over, kind of interesting. And this is a great way to piss off my husband. There's this wonderful bison range where the bisons are just everywhere. They don't care. You can just drive through this for 3 hours. He was getting very annoyed when I kept getting closer and closer to the bison, and they're just kind of just standing in the middle of the road. They don't care. We're in their backyard. They don't care. This is one of we got lost in Montana mentality. We just found a county road, and just kept driving and driving, and wasted a whole tank of gas that day. But I can't remember where we pulled over. It was just a pretty picture, and that's what I thought. So that's why I took it. This is one we tried to get into because of the whole hype of Montana from Yellowstone. Everybody wants to go out to Glacier National Park. Well, there's two portions of the park. There's the east and the west side. We were trying to get into Many Glacier, which is on the east side of the place, and you just couldn't get in that day. You rolled up to the park, they were like, turn around, go away. And we had driven like 2 hours on some county road, and that's what happens in Montana. And then this was trying to get into the park as well. That was just some beautiful, I think it was a lake actually. So yeah, this is a picture rolling up to my in-laws' beautiful cabin. It's kind of a big cabin, but it's a gorgeous cabin. And this is where I like to stay out there. And they have done a lot of lovely work to it to make it even gorgeous, and that's where we like to stay. So yeah. And then the next picture, I believe, is is basically whenever I was standing, taking pictures, I was standing right there. And that's basically the back side or the front side or the whichever side you want to look at when you look out on the lake to see the lovely place. And it has been a gorgeous home to our second home. So, well, my in-laws' second home. And this is the picture of us getting off at La Crosse Station. I never take a picture getting on the train because I'm so excited to get on the train and get to Montana. But I've been taking pictures of like, hey, that's the train pulling up, and then it's taking off. And La Crosse is where we get on. And if you ever wanted to know more about riding Amtrak, you can always find me a lovely tour guide. So thank you.